Zach with Web3 Reviews. Thank you for being with us. Today, it is Friday, March 7th, and we're going to be talking about Algorand in the crypto market. Let's go. Remember that none of this is financial advice. 16 hours ago from the Baron of Locksley, software giant Adobe receives US patent grant for using generative AI for automated analysis of smart contracts on the blockchain. The patent grant repeatedly refers to writing smart contracts on Algorand. Automated analysis of smart contracts for blockchain, it says. That is huge. And that's something good for AI to be used for. Let's be honest. AI just to make JPEGs? It's fun, and it's good enough for me and you. It's not an end-all be-all of AI. Can you imagine if 10 years from now we still just have generative image AI? That's like where we're at. No, we want real-life use case. We want Algorand to be used by Adobe and the likes for AI to parse through smart contracts. It's incredible. So this is from a year ago, but we got Smoke Dog talking about Algorand. If Smoke Dog's on it, I know I gotta be on it. That's how I feel. This guy's research is that good. Or if he's digging in and finding you in these documents, then you're legit, man. You're legit. And
I used to be legit. In fact, I was too legit. I was too legit to quit. But now, I'm not legit. I'm unlegit. And for that reason, I must quit.
Where does that leave us?
I don't know, Rico, you tell me.
Whatever happened to live as a team, die as a team?
It's a sham, okay? There's no such thing as a team. You live and die alone.
I never owned any algo until recently. It wasn't a part of my biggest bags. I mean, there are just so many assets out there. So Smoke Dog said, Axelar team has some pretty notable names. Algorand, Google, IBM, MIT, Consensus. This is what you want to see when doing research on an asset. Good signs. I love it. We have Mike Hunt on Algo. He's making NFTs. Look at this little beaver right here. Alex from France Algo says, if my calculations are correct, the Algo Foundation has already reduced its stake by over 574 million Algo. And this refers to this post where it says, as of this morning, we've removed over 300 million Algo from the Algorand Foundation staking. This marks an all-time high for Algorand's decentralization and an all-time low for the foundation's stake. Community-led online stake is now 20% of all Algorand in circulation. So potentially the Algorand Foundation had too much stake to Algo compared to the rest of the community. And so they were getting a bigger share of that pie of staking rewards, and they took it out of circulation. Now what does that mean? Where are they parking it? And here's the answer to that right here. John Wood says that nothing is being done with that staked Algo. It's just in the treasury. It's no longer being staked. It's no longer staked Algo. S-Algo, if you will. It's now just Algorand. Web3 alert. Web3 reviews, talking about Web3 alerts. Let's go. Both XLM and Algo have risen to a level of EU compliance 99% of L1s wish for. The evidence is clear as day. Stellar and Algorand are the foundations to European Union compliant money 100% backed by central banks. Stellar is with the Central Bank of Ireland and Algorand is with the Dutch Central Bank. The EU has made it clear that their regulations on stablecoins and fiat representing digital currencies must strictly follow regulations. This was obviously a large hit for a lot of stablecoins. Think USDT. But when one door closes, another opens. And standing behind those doors that open are none other than Stellar and Algorand, which have been used by approved fintech companies in the EU. Algorand has been selected by the Quantos payment for the deployment of the EURD backed by the Dutch Central Bank. Stellar, on the other hand, has been chosen by the DECCA in Next Generation Finance for EURD, approved by the Ireland Central Bank. Outside of the need of central bank approval, here's a simple explanation on why e-money takes it a step beyond traditional stablecoins. There's a required one-for-one reserves, unlike USDT, where there's always an argument about, do you actually have the money or are you just printing bullshit? Regulated under EU EMDT, accepted by banks and merchants, issuer financial statements, disputes, and chargebacks. It certainly seems to live up to the name of e-money with how familiar it operates to current money. But that's the goal. The shift towards the future driven by DLT should feel seamless. I like that this is all DLT. Anything that's in that XRP wheelhouse of DLT, you know it's real technology. And that's always, I'm always down to put my toes in somewhere where it's real. All right, I've been burned by fake places. If it's a real place, if it's been a top 100 for years and years, I mess with you. I like Algorand. Algorand is one of my owns. It's one of my long-term owns. Get some Algorand and stake it. That's where Algorand and Stellar, both of which have proven to be used for real-world payments, come in. They've proven scalability and security to handle real-world payments in mass, and now they've gotten the regulatory approval.
Where do you see the biggest opportunities for this? If you think about TypeScript developers, are these more kind of app developers? Would you look at them as more app developers, front-end developers?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Python doesn't get you a front end on your apps. You can build a smart contract, you can build a back end, but you have to have another guy, or you have to have a full stack developer that knows the front end to build that UI. And as we all know, the interface and the user experience is critically important to Web3. You have to abstract away all sorts of complexity. So if you have some kind of Web3 app with a bad interface, It just doesn't work. So the world of people that can build great interfaces is a great talent pool to tap into to build applications that involve Algorand.
And that's from the head of developer relations, Silent Rhetoric. He's totally right. When you go to a website and you see that the UI is subpar, it takes away from your want to use that website. Now, if you go somewhere and the UI is spectacular, even if the product at the end of it is Dogecoin, you're more likely to use it. Not everybody gets those Cybertruck sales where it's like, well, yeah, it looks like a fridge on wheels, but it's still able to do all these things that the Cybertruck can do. It can go 0 to 60 in blank seconds. It's not like that when you go to a website or an app. It's either really good or it's really bad from a UI standpoint. There's really no in between. Because something that's like on the fence is generally bad. And it's just like this guy said. You have two different coders. You got a back-end coder and a front-end coder. Not everyone has money for that. And if your time is going into development of the asset, then there's not going to be as much money left on UI. So this is huge. And we're going to see some really slick-looking dApps and websites coming to Algorand. I can tell already. To look at some TA. I'm not a TA guy, but I like to look at other people's TA. Okay, I'm never going to be sitting down drawing lines on charts. All right, but I like to look at other people's TA. Let's look at what Ted Pillows has to say. Algo RSI has broken out of its downtrend. Algorand has filled the February capitulation candle and is now looking strong. I think the time for a reversal has arrived. Looking at the chart, Algorand is 24 cents. Now, I remember Algorand back in the day when it was up $3, $2, and Coinbase Learn was giving it a run. So you could earn Algorand for free by clicking through some videos on Coinbase. You look at this chart, I'm bullish looking at it. These are the assets which I like. This reminds me of XRP's chart just 6 months ago. Let's go look at XRP's chart. XRP currently $2.52. But all time, you see we had this beautiful cup and handle, and it took forever to get back up to the previous all-time high, but we fought and we went up there. Now we're sitting at 254, and that's a sharp little downtrend right there if you look at the 1 year. Is it though? Like, when did that zoom out? Like, you know, the 1 year, see, it's okay. We're fighting, okay? XRP is fighting. I think Algorand is going to experience something similar. If you're a real token, you're probably going to experience some good shit. Exodus Wallet has been loading up on Algo. They had to send a report to the SEC about their holdings. You can see that Exodus is loading up on Algo. Keep in mind, Exodus tokenized their XOD stock on the Algorand network. I've always thought Exodus was solid. I like to see that Algorand's an asset being loaded up on. You got Joshua Bosch here saying he just put 10K on Algo on the basis that he thinks it's going to be put in the United States Strategic Reserve. I like it. That's ballsy. Some more Smoke Dog. Algorand and Hedera were chosen as the technical platforms to test Sweden's retail CBDC, which is documented here, July 8th, 2024. So we're looking back a little bit. Excuse me, I'm new to Algo, okay? Like I said, in the previous bull run, there were 20,000 tokens. This bull run, there's 20 million tokens. And as a person with limited funds and limited time, my brain's been put other places. You know, I've been stuck on this XRP conspiracy. I like Flare, the DeFi platform that was given a grant by Ripple. I'm a Gala Games guy. Last cycle I did really well in the Gala Games space, so I stick around and I look into their NFTs and their nodes, things in their ecosystem. And I had a buddy, Eddie from Algo Leagues, tell me that I needed to take a serious look at Algorand. And I took his word for it. Algorand's ranked number 45. This is going to be a top 10 token when it gets back to its all-time high. That's what I'm seeing right now. This is a top 10 token when it's at its all-time high. Easy. So let's just see what Grok 3 has for us. Algorand at 24 cents. It's a great buy. Right now you can get over 4 Algo for $1. I usually take my dollars and I buy like Vietnamese coffee or like ammo. You know, on this channel we love to talk about how you're a bank. You are your own bank. You've never been to a bank that doesn't have an armed guard outside. Okay, I hate reading these crypto influencer stories about people getting robbed at gunpoint. And I hope I haven't put myself in a position where I can't go to a country because I've shared my face on the internet. I love how Arthur Brito's that ghost, one of the OG XRP devs. You can't find this guy anywhere on the internet. Kind of makes me think that he's might be one of the Satoshi members. Why not? I feel like being in on Algorand's on the up and up. This has got me juiced up just reading about this morning. So here's what Grok 3 says. It was founded in 2017 by Silvio Macaulay. This guy was an award-winning cryptographer from MIT. It uses peer proof of stake. Ooh, let me get that peer, baby. A peer proof of stake consensus mechanism, which sets it apart from energy-hungry proof-of-work systems like Bitcoin's, making it efficient and environmentally friendly. Its native token Algo powers the network, paying for transaction fees and rewarding those who stake it to secure the blockchain. Algo's a powerhouse. Biggest clients, Marshall Islands, SOV digital currency. Algorand powers the world's first national digital currency, the Marshallese sovereign. the SOE. This is a huge deal. It's a government-backed stablecoin circulating alongside the US dollar, aimed at streamlining financial operations in a global economy. They chose Algorand for its speed, scalability, and compliance features. FIFA, the video game. The global soccer giant partnered with Algo to create FIFA Collect. FIFA Plus Collect, a platform for digital collectibles. This taps into fan engagement, letting people own tokenized moments from soccer history. Algorand's low fees and instant transaction finality made it a fit for mass adoption here. It just makes sense, because yeah, you can't run with a Bitcoin or an ETH if you're trying to get instant transactions, especially if you want it to be scalable with low fees. It just doesn't work. I've spent so much money on ETH fees, and every time it pisses me off because I know it's not necessary, you know, unless you're really trying to play with something on Hotel ETH. But it just makes you pissed off, you know? You think about all the other shit you could have bought, you know? You think about it. You're like, man, fucking ETH. Vitalik somewhere, he's buying shit with my money. And Vitalik, you know, he's that badger dancing bad boy. So anyways, I don't own an ETH. I'm just talking shit. Enel Group, one of the world's largest electricity producers based in Italy, is tokenizing solar panel assets on Algorand. This is the part of the push into real-world asset tokenization, turning physical infrastructure into tradable digital assets. TravelX, it's an Argentinian company which is revolutionizing airline ticketing by minting NFT tickets on Algo. Circle USDC, my god. Lofty AI, a real estate platform that fractionalizes property ownership, letting everyday investors buy into a rental property for as little as $50. That's pretty cool. Instant Match Global, a platform for institutional money market trading, processing billions quarterly, partnered with Algorand in 2021 to bring blockchain efficiency to payments, Islamic banking, and regulatory tech. This hints at Algorand's appeal to traditional financing players. It then gives us a few more names: Quantos, Koi Banks, Hisab Pay, and I'm going to give you another one. Algorand Leagues. Go get yourself an Algo League NFT and start playing the game. Start doing player versus player battles. Start doing the Discord battles. Earn some Algo Leagues coin. ALC. It's got a market cap of 14,000. We're not saying you got to put a giant bag on it. The NFTs go from anywhere to $8 to $20. Be a superhero or a supervillain and start playing the game. That's what brought me to Algo, was gaming. I like NFT games. I like video games. I like degenerate shit. I thought CryptoKitties was stupid in 2017. Okay, I did. I didn't get it. And I hated ETH fees. I wasn't going to spend $50 on an NFT with a $50 ETH fee. But if the fees are nothing, and if I could spend the money on whatever I want without the fee, then I don't care. I could still be a degenerate. And like they just said at ETH Denver, we're not the degenerates, we're the regenerates. Because we survived. How long have you been here? Algo says 2017, boy. You don't know what we've seen in this game. I want to see what the creator of Algo looks like. Silvio Macaulay. Look at this guy. Yeah. So versus, you know, the Vitaliks of the world with the unicorn shirts and the badger dancing, I like Silvio. Computer scientist and a professor at MIT. Would love to talk to Silvio. He goes to Paris Blockchain Week. He's in the EU making deals happen. He's making deals happen in the UAE. Come on. Algo's a powerhouse. If you don't own some Algo, man, well, I didn't until recently, so I can't hate, but you should, you know? You own assets that are going to be here in 5 to 10 years. So you get in on an Algo, in 5 to 10 years from now, the price is not going to be 24 cents. And if you've been staking it, you will have more tokens than you started with. Thank you for being with us. Until next time.